This is called A Corporal's Definition of Poetry, and it's in memory of David Jones, First World War poet and engraver. A Corporal's Definition of Poetry. The perfect summer's day, the sky a postcard blue, hate-distorted voices chanting, "Stick it in his guts!" A lark ascending throws itself against the vault of heaven, only to be rejected. "Make it hurt! Kill the fucking bastard!" God has a sick sense of humour to have bayonet practice on such a perfect day. The world whirlpools down the plug hole of Corporal Horrible's almighty mouth. He hates me because I, Private Dempsey D, number 835572, am not showing enough hate to kill a sandbag. Sweat trickles down my spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. The sandbag sucks the blade in and won't give it back. I pull it out and fall upon my derriere. The sandbag bleeds sand, mocks my efforts, which displaces the book I have about my person. "What's this? What's this?" Corporal Horrible hisses. "A book, Corporal." "I can bloody well say it's a book." "A poetry book, Corporal. In parentheses by David Jones." What? What do you think I'm tick or what?" "What, Corporal?" "Don't you want me, sonny Jim?" His spit peppers my face. There isn't enough white space around the words for it to be a poem. "That's not an accurate definition of a poem, Corporal." He froths at the mouth, tears it in half, throws it over his shoulder. "Why, you impudent little pup, get that rifle up, up, up!" He runs me around the training ground 3 times and then 3 times more. Later I go back and find only half of the book. The half I have already read. It's an effort to turn the page. It's very heavy pages. A sheep is nibbling it, but like the corporal, it isn't to his taste. Over 40 years go by, and here I am, an ex-army man, finishing the second half of Jones's in parentheses, remembering all too well the hell of running around the training ground 3 times and then 3 times more with my rifle up above my head. Oh, the agony of bearing arms, remembering too never to argue with a corporal's definition of poetry during bayonet practice. Teaching Timothy to read. She is teaching Timothy to read, even though she can't read herself. Tongue firmly in cheek, she traces the words with a tiny fingertip that knows the story off by heart. She could read it in the dark. She is pretending reading. She has my every nuance and pause by note, making great efforts to teach Timothy the puppy, but Timothy the puppy is more interested in the unthrown stick. Timothy thinks this reading lark is strictly for the humans. Once she begins in a fairy tale-ish voice, Timothy barks in acknowledgement. "Throw the stick, throw the stick, throw the stick." Timothy's mind ticks. Upon a time, a long time ago, Timothy looks adoringly at his little mistress with such an immensity of love and licks her finger as it travels over the words, the story's journey. "Oh, you," she scolds, "are not even paying attention. It's no good, I give up." She frowns at the unhappy creature, throwing the book away in a pretty hissy fit. Timothy the puppy, full of the joys of a dog's life, it's the only life he knows, chases the fluttering pages that fly like an exotic bird, brings Hans Christian Andersen back, his mouth full of words. Thank you.